Neo Soul. I like the name. So if you're not Korean, what are you?
Okay. Well, culturally I'm Vietnamese, but we just found out that genetically I'm Chinese,
Oh, okay.
which is funny because my mom is in denial about that.
Mm.
But because everyone in our family speaks Vietnamese, but they're all actually Chinese
Okay.
because a lot of them migrated from China. So my blood's Chinese, but my culture on my mom's side is Vietnamese.
Yeah. Is it true that it's a pretty good Louisiana.
Mhm.
You know.
Oh yeah, big population.
Yeah. The
A
whole
lot of
like.
Vietnamase people. Yeah.
Yeah. How it's like a easy. I'm not gonna say it's like easy. Trans. Uh, I'm blanking. Easy transformation that come from Vietnam to Louisiana.
Yes.
They say like
Fishing.
geographically it can be like the
Yeah.
Vietnamese market, our farmers market thing in New Orleans East. Like you got to go up there like crack of dawn and stuff, and you go buy a live chicken and shit. But it's like it's a swamp, with big ass like elephant ear plants. Like they say,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
very similar.
Yeah, they have a lot of Vietnamese people in New Orleans. What are they saying?
Wait, really? I
Who's
don't know
that?
to what. That's Michael.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they have a lot. Yeah, yeah, Michael. My blood
Actually,
is
Chinese, man.
Yeah, man. I didn't know that till like a month ago. But yeah,
Do
like
you know where?
no, I don't know where.
Because a
Actually,
lot of people don't. I don't think a lot of American people can like fathom like the vast culture. I got a buddy who taught in China for like 10 years.
yeah, I've
Damn,
never
it's
been.
just so big, so many different cultures, so many different regions. Like we can't fathom.
Yeah, so I had a unique upbringing though, to say the least. Just about like family, but
Yeah, my best friend in high school was Vietnamese. His family ran.
yeah.
They were the one Vietnamese family in Port Allen. Everybody knew them. They ran
Okay,
like the
cool.
corner store, nail place.
Yeah.
It was. He taught me. He's who put me on guitar. Real shit.
Yeah.
Shout out Peter Huynh, dude.
You know what's funny? The other guy in here in the chat, Peter, he is also Vietnamese.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that surname.
Yeah, yeah, that's my boy.
Dude, my favorite place every time, dude. I go to New Orleans. CNA Seafood, bro.
I gotta go there. What is that?
CNA Seafood on Earhart. Chinese and American seafood, but they have a Vietnamese menu. And that was my introduction to bao mi.
I'm getting hungry.
The pork bao mi po' boy, bro. They were the first to do it.
I'm about to text my girl.
They were the first to do it.
food.
And it's real, It's not like one of these fusion places, whatever. You walk in there, it's just this bowl of seafood smell and this bowl of seafood and like a Chinese, an American, and a Vietnamese menu.
Yeah. I just told my girlfriend, can you cook? Because you just got me hungry. I ate before I
Yeah,
got here.
I didn't, but it's all good.
I picked a salad up real quick.
That's what's up, dude. That's
and
really
I'm
good.
still hungry.
Well, that can happen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
before we shut her down, I wanted to get into Neo Soul.
Yes.
So,
Let me see.
how do you feel like you're Chinese, man? You know that now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How do you feel that your culture,
Mm-hmm.
yours, from within, from like I don't know how to say this, but I feel like, a lot of people like you're around.
Yeah.
Like, because
yeah.
we were talking about this. I called you, I think, the Prince of the Underground right now. You have people's attention, and you have all these people. You probably meet new people all the time. Probably forget people's names and this and that. I recognize your face,
Yeah.
but they have probably none of them know about like what you just said. Your mom's has identity crisis going on, stuff like that. You just like to have this whole other world that like a bunch of people don't understand. Like,
or like the inner world, the home life. I have
Yeah,
a home
yeah.
life, It's
exactly.
just- yeah.
Like
A
a
work
lot of people can't possibly understand.
Some girl saw me in my work uniform. She like couldn't believe it. She,
That you're a
couldn't-
person.
Yeah, she like couldn't believe that I was at work and at a job or like.
Like that when you were talking about influence, like we just assume people are just like out there living, man, because they're just like creating and like it's getting took care of somehow. It's like, no, you're whipping a Beamer, all right.
I live with a girl that like we get stopped in public. Like
Dude.
people tweak when they see her like at the grocery store. I'm just with her, but like I know her at home, and she's actually just a cute girl. She's just a cute girl.
That's how like the reporters are that I work with. Like I think
Just a
people
cute-
think
like
they're
Fallon.
like, yeah, yeah,
I know
yeah.
Fallon since I was
Shout
a
out
kid.
Fallon Brown.
Yeah, small world, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a depending upon her contract if she can
Yeah.
come on this show, but if they let her, she's coming.
Okay.
She got me the job.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, she
that's
got me
awesome.
the job.
I'm happy that you're there.
Yeah, no, I'm
Serving
happy to
the
be there.
community. Yeah.
It's needed, man.
It is. Local news and politics are much more important than the global politics could ever be. So,
and we have the best. We have the best investigative reporter in the country, literally, factually. He won the award. That says so. Chris Nakamoto.
So next up, everyone, I'm working on a solo tape, and I'm gonna be doing vocals, and just so I can do shows.
What are you gonna release your solo tape as, or does that even matter?
I'm thinking Ethereal Jack or Jack Xavier. We might do a name change soon, just because Stevie Wonder, Ethereal Jack, and I just want to have a little more. I got into a whole situation with like everyone around me kind of recently, just kind of like doubting a lot of like friendships I have, because a lot of it is based around like the events, and those events only happen once a month. And again,
That's
we
very
just talked
honest,
about
man.
I can't be.
Appreciate your
Jack
honesty.
every day, but I don't have to be like, I'm not fucking like Liberty Spike, what'd you call it, like CL Punk or whatever. Yeah, like I'm not him every day. Like I'm this guy too, and just like, so I was like, man, I don't really have many friends, to be honest. So I'm just like, okay.
A lot of like very
to,
talented people say that.
Yeah, I just need to do a solo tape just so I can like make some more room for myself.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and it's not always like meant to be perceived that way. I feel you, because like in New Orleans, I got, like I said, there's like someone I worked with who pushed me to actually take rap seriously, because it used to be just like a joke at work, and I would just like freestyle and think I was good, but like, I'd have to present it as a joke to get people to pay attention. And then like he's like, no, like you're good, dude. And he was a music industry major at Loyola. G-Eazy went there, was in the same program, stuff like that. Yeah. And like he's like, dude, I have to make a song, like rap on it with me. And I was like, okay. And then he's like, oh, I gotta make another song for that class. We ended up turning into a rap group and doing a whole album. And it's like we were fixated on that. We went tunnel vision. We just like cut other people out. We were like, it was a thing to stay focused on in a very chaotic environment. I didn't have football anymore. I was like, this thing that I can like focus on and feel like I'm doing something productive and good. And then once we released it and it was kind of done, and it was like, we're trying to get shows and stuff like that. And it's like, he had always had his hands on the keyboard. He had always, and I'd always just like given my thoughts on the beats. And it's like, dude, I need to make beats. I need to do this stuff. I need to do a solo thing. That's where DJ Jed the Sloth came. And like, yeah, man, it created a little change in our friendship for sure. Yeah. So I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not specifically talking about like Sam.
Yeah.
Maybe just more like external,
No, yeah.
I don't blame anyone either for being.
That's why I brought my situation up, because it wasn't nothing personal or like even like any kind of like beef or nothing. It was just like,
it's a big world.
These times they are changing.
It's a big world.
Yeah, and you just want to experience. You want to express other parts of yourself.
Yeah. And Solange said that best. She said, "I have too many like something to express." That's the fucked up thing about being an artist. Yeah, you got to do everything.
Dude, during quarantine, I was doing too much. I had it under impression. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna create a TV network. I'm gonna have something for everybody, and it's like doing it all yourself. Like, it's tough.
Yeah. That'd be tough.
Yeah. Well, I tried, and over time, I think I figured out what needs to be done and what I want to do, and we're doing it right now. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I did this thing called Live from the Jed Shed, and like I tried to do too much with it.
I remember you talking about that last podcast. Remember, I watched
you for listening.
Podcast.
Yeah, I almost wasn't gonna do that one.
Yeah.
But it was like, in the early days, I gotta stay consistent.
Yeah.
And this is, this is fun, man. like we say, you don't have many friends. I don't have many friends, but it's like this is sort of also a way to like try to combat that in my own way.
Yeah.
It's like like I said, we don't like know each other. We've always known each other, but like it's a chance to sit down and get to listen to somebody.
You have come out the gate too recently.
Facts, dude.
Yeah,
I'm glad. I
was going through your stuff. I was like, holy shit.
Like I said, I got caught up in like doing too much client work and trying to build out my brand and stuff. It's like a long-term process. You got to devote to build a brand. Mm-hmm. I want it to go past me, past my time on this earth. I want it like it's like Coca-Cola. Whoever created Coca-Cola probably been dead, man. Yeah. And it'd be hard to extinguish that off the face of the earth. It probably took a long time to make Coca-Cola this big, huge brand, but just the amount of time it took, it would take that long. Like, you could delete Coca-Cola Instagram, tomorrow, but that's not going to matter. There will be signage. There'll be merch. There'll be people drinking. It will take so long for the remnants of Coca-Cola to disappear. And, like, that's the way I'm trying to think. Yeah. And then people are like, what is White Dirt? Is it a group? Is it a this or that? It's like, well, what is Nike a group? Who's in Nike, Yeah.
Okay.
You got to think about it in that way. It's going to take a long time. So I don't try to, like, think of things short term for White Dirt. It's sort of like just always trying to, like, put into it.
Yeah, always
give back.
Like filling the well with water. That's how I see creating right now. It's just I'm filling the well with water. Sometimes it explodes and there's a lot of
makes a mess and shit. It's just water,
Yeah, exactly. So or even we can think of it as like filling the volcano with lava. I like that more.
I like that too.
Yeah, and sometimes it explodes and then sometimes it burns through what it burns through. But that's the thing. Never be too caught up on like maybe the reach or anything like that. Just keep building that lava, man. Like,
Look, that's an Instagram reel right there, dude. I gotta get the fucking volcano, Dante's Peak. Yeah. I agree. Yeah. I think it's because half the time it's the thing you didn't expect to end up blowing up anyways. I just look at it as like, I explain this to someone recently, and I was explaining a lot. There's like two kinds in the terms of YouTube.
Yeah.
Shout out YouTube world. But like there are like two kinds of YouTube watchers. There's this kind that like need to figure out why their mic is echoing like right now. They don't care who made the video. They don't care about the channel. Yeah. I just need the information in this video. I'm not gonna subscribe. None of that shit. But I might come back to it in a month. Whenever it messes up again, like we were talking about, I didn't retain the information, so I got to go back and look at it again. Everyone in the world is that kind of YouTube user. The other kind is subscribers. They're gonna subscribe to the thing and consume everything that channel puts out as long as it's consistent. They are down with the tropes. They like to get involved in the things.
That's so fun to be that.
That's what I want to get with this podcast eventually. I think you helped me. With every time I have a guest, they're gonna do the slate.
Hell yeah, setting rituals, man.
Yeah. Well, you have to have inclusion.
Yeah.
Something for people to be involved in.
That's what worked about the shows that we started doing. They started off with inclusion. We took quick note of that. So yeah, because it isn't about. It's equal parts about them and the creator. Yeah. Or even more them at some point. But then that's when stuff starts to lose its authenticity.
Anytime you create, it's no longer yours. Anytime you release something, it's no longer yours.
Yeah, yeah. In a way. I mean,
it's the world's now.
Yeah.
So that's in regards to like how people receive you. Mm-hmm. Like the name White Dirt, like some people receive that in not good ways. And it's like, I try, you could spend all day trying to coach people up on what your thing means, but then it probably isn't doing its job if you have to do that.
Yeah.
But also on the flip side, it's like it means what it means to people.
I used to be very interested in like over explaining stuff, but recently like 2 sentences is like really good for getting what you need to say across at this point. Like earlier, my art teacher said, "Explain your work of art." I tried to explain it in 2 sentences, and she wanted a whole synopsis, and I'm like, can it just not speak for itself? Like, you can see this, and this is way better than anything I could say, because I made it. And what is it now? Like you get what I'm trying to say. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
I mean,
Things get convoluted.
no, yeah, it's more of that's kind of, it explains exactly this coming out the gate, the PLAYBAW era. Like I was trying to say, like I got less worried about, you know, how this key part sounded theory wise, and more of like, man, you just need to try to find the pocket.
Yeah,
People can identify with that.
With your PLAYBAW stuff, I instantly was on the same page as you are whenever I saw you coming out the gate again, because I'm be honest, I haven't heard your name in a while.
Yeah,
in
that's
the
how I
past
felt.
2
That's
years.
That's exactly how I felt. So that's why I was like, dude, like whenever I seen you come out the gate, I was like, you need to get him. You need to check out what's going on there. PLAYBAW Podcast.